Tune into the Shah Law Show every Thursday at 10 a.m. and every Friday at 12 p.m. right here on Desi 1170 AM, radio that listens to you.
If you own a property and have a second mortgage on it, and if you want to keep this property and get rid of the second loan, attorney Shah Parali can help. Call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Parali is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Parali, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
Beerables Inc. is an e-solutions company that provides custom web design, web application development, and internet marketing services to individuals and businesses. They can build powerful e-commerce sites, mobile apps, develop content, and market you on social media. They can help manage your brand's reputation and provide rock-solid customer support. Call today at 1-800-651-6091 or email us at info@beerables.com for a free consultation today. Again, the number is 1-800-651-6091.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Parali for the Shah Parali Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Parali Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, Sastakar, Namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Parali for the Shah Parali Law Show, and I think this is the last show of the year. Well, tomorrow we'll have another one, but technically it's kind of for the Thursday is the last show of the year, and hopefully next year we'll be back, but we will also be back tomorrow Friday from noon to 1. So today I have Franco with me. Thank you, Franco, for all the help all over the year, and I really appreciate it. I always say it, but I mean it from the heart, and thank you so much for always being there for us, and also KLOK for always providing us a platform to help people and to discuss about issues that really are pertinent to our community. And we already have callers, but before I take the callers, Franco, of course, anything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. So today we are going to discuss a little bit about what's happening. No big changes, except, of course, a lot of panic. But we'll talk about that. Let me take one caller first, Franco, because that person has been waiting. So, and then we'll move on. And the number to the studio, 408-912-5565. The number to our office, 510-742-5887. Let me take the caller, Franco. This is Shah Parali. You're live in here. Hello.
Hi, Asha.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. So, actually, I recently received my GC EAD, and
Okay.
I would like to know the process and the risk involved if I need to take a full-time opportunity with a different company.
Okay. Number one, when did you file your I-45?
July of 2017.
2017. And when was your I-140 approved?
Actually, it was a date ported, it's a 140 was my earlier 140 was ported to this the latest in I-140, which is a 2006.
No, but what is your latest I-140? When you filed it, when was it approved? When you ported it?
It was this year only, actually. Exactly, I don't remember the day, but
6 months has passed.
6
6 months has passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as 180 days have passed on the I-140, an approvable or an approved I-140, and I-45 has filed, and you move to a same or similar position, you can actually change your job to another company, and you have to do what we call the Supplement J and an EC-21 letter. Just make sure that you meet the requirement of same or similar position, and that requires some calculation, but as long as you meet that, is done properly, it's filed, you are safe to move. Okay, so the job has to fit the profile. So make sure you have a copy of your labor certification and your I-140, at least to be able to match it with the new employment offer.
Okay.
Okay. So it's safe. As long as it's done properly, it's safe. I've done many of them, and I've never had any problem as long as it is done properly. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Good luck, and good luck to you for your new job, and Happy New Year. So I don't know if I have more callers, Franco, but I'll discuss. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed, we had a caller, so I wanted to take the caller before I start. Many things are happening, and I know the thing that is worrying most people out there are the 3 points. Number one, what happens to H1 next year? What happens to H4 EAD? And what will happen to the green card process? Well, unfortunately, I wish I had a crystal ball to answer those, but we can look at the trend and we can actually kind of basically make a forecast, not a prediction, a forecast almost of what we're going to be expecting next year. Number one, let me start with the H4 EAD because that's been the hot debate right now, people calling, panicking. Well, number one, unfortunately they have started the process of reversing the H4. If you look at the unified agenda on the OMB, the thing is sitting there. And I posted that on my YouTube video on the bottom. I cut it and pasted it, and it clearly says that there's a process of reversing it based on the Buy American, High American. Now, how does this process work? The same way we got the H4 EAD, this is the same way it has to be reversed, kind of. So we'll go to the process. It's a proposed rule right now. Then it will go into for public comments, and after that, it will then, if of course they get enough public comments in favor of reversing it, it will ultimately be reversed. So one way or the other, I'm pretty sure many people will be going on this many people who are anti-immigration will be signing on this and comment that it should be reversed. So ultimately, we are expecting H4 EAD to be reversed. But having said that, now how we are expecting it to be reversed? I personally think that those who already have it or have already filed it will still be able to benefit from it. So that's why I've been telling people, file it, keep it. So for those who have it, and right now most people are getting it till 2020, they should be able to enjoy it till 2020. After that, I cannot say for sure if it will work or not. But ultimately at this point, it's still available. So we are recommending people, if they want to at least take advantage of it, they should take advantage of it. Now, we might see also a situation where they just stop it through the court or something, but that will create a lot of burden on companies, etc. So let's see how this unfolds. By first week of, in the next couple of weeks, we will know exactly where the H4 EAD stands. So that's number one for H4 EAD. Now, I don't know if I have more callers, Franco. This is Shapra. You're live in here? Hello? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. So if I know everybody call at the same time, sometimes the call sounds busy. So please call again. The number is 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. I know it's holiday seasons. A lot of people are traveling on the road, so drive carefully. And also, I wanted to now mention a little bit about H1B. What can we expect next year for H1B? Definitely, based on all the information we're getting, H1B will become very tough. Number one, we are still expecting to have a lottery next year. I repeat that. I'm pretty sure there will still be a lottery, but it won't be that tough because it seems like many people are kind of reluctant to file H1B, especially consulting companies. But number two, positions, level 1 positions, and positions like many positions will be removed as a specialty occupation. So be ready when you're filing that only the top ones will be selected. So the way they are doing that, they're looking at those positions which really have a high salary and which basically kind of controls the H1B, what they really want H1B to be. So be ready for that. So unfortunately, entry-level positions might be in trouble. Having said that, people still will be able to fight them. But the problem is fighting them and waiting on them. It's a big, big hurdle. So it's one thing that you want to win in one shot. Even there are fees, you want to win it, because by the time you ask for a motion to reconsider, it can take a month and even years sometimes to get an answer. So be careful on that. So those two things are going to be major in the next coming few months, the H4 and the H1. And these are the things that affect most of our listeners. And unfortunately, there's no magical wand that will save everybody. I wish there was. But what will be required is good knowledge of the law, and also be able to apply those facts to the law, and also be able to think outside the box to make it happen. I'm proud to say that we are able to get many cases approved, but it's becoming so difficult to do that. It's no longer like it used to be, where some cases are easy, some cases are difficult. It seems like everything is becoming difficult. But, well, that's our job. Unfortunately, what it does is that cases that used to be easy, people could file on their own, they can no longer file on their own. That's the problem. Even though they file, there's a big chance they will get a denial. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about H1B here, and feel free to call if you have any question even outside H1B when it comes to immigration at 408-912-5565. That's the studio line, and 408-912-5565. And also, if the line sounds busy, just call again, because sometimes everybody call at the same time. It would just sound busy. So, the other thing that we want to mention is also, if you want to do a private consultation, our office number is 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And we were talking about, of course, the H4, because there are a lot of people are calling me and asking the same question again and again, what happens to the H4 and now. And the problem is that there's no way to really predict what's going to happen next. But we can look at the law and see how it works, and based on that, we can actually make some kind of forecast. And that's what I did for the H4, if you have listened earlier. And those who missed it, please go online, and you will be able to get all those shows on our YouTube channel on a podcast. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shaprali. You're live on here. Hello? Hello?
Hi, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Go ahead, sir. You're live.
Yeah. I have two questions, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
One, I'm actually have my current petition as a staff software engineer, and I recently got moved into a management role. So I'm thinking of a job change. So if I do a job change, I know there's a lot of RFEs are coming over with the job titles and all that. So I'm a little worried if I go for a new job. I want to continue as a managerial job, but I'm just confused. Should I go for a managerial job, or should I use the software title that my current petition has?
Well, if you go for a managerial job, it has to be something which is related to the technical part of it, because just a regular manager, they will not really qualify you as a specialty occupation. So if it is a managerial position in like computer engineer manager, in a managerial position which is related to computer engineering, it might be okay as long as the salary matches and there will be technical knowledge required. Otherwise, stick to the technical position, because if you put purely managerial position, it's not going to work. You have to put technical components in them. Then it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My second question is, now that the H4 EAD is kind of getting revoked, so my wife, with the current petition I have, has a H4 EAD until, I think, July 2019. So if I change my job in next year, in 2018, do I have to refile her H4 EAD, or will she be still good with the current one?
Not the H4 EAD. You have to refile the H4 itself. So make sure you file an extension for the H4. And if the H4 EAD is not removed by that time, or if you're moving, you can always give it a shot and file the EAD. But it's not the EAD that you have to file, it's the H4 itself. So if you file it and the EAD is still good, you can use the same EAD. But if the EAD is gone, then it's gone. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hi, I have a question. I became a American citizen just some time back, so I want to apply for green card for my parents. Now I know there's a lot of talk about ending this chain migration and all. So you think the fastest way would be to do from there in India now, so can do it from India or bring them here on tourist and then apply?
That's $1 million question. Okay, this is a problem. The normal way is to do it from India. It takes longer, but doing it with getting a visitor visa come here, it is doable, but there is a component of fraud involved in there. What happens is that the visitor visa itself should not be used to basically circumvent the law. The way the law works is, if you already made up the mind to bring them and do the green card, then it's a fraud. But if they're already here and then you decide to do the green card, then you're fine. So it becomes a little bit tricky.
They won't know that, right? They won't know when I decide.
Yeah, but as a lawyer, I'm not allowed to tell you that. But it's up to you. But personally, I recommend doing it from India unless they're already here. Don't try to get a visitor visa, bring them here and do that, because right now they're making this a big fuss. They change actually the rule of 60-day rule to 90-day rule. So there are risks to do it the way of bringing the visitor visa, although it is doable. So the way it's done is, if they come here, then they decide to file it, it's fine. But if they already plan everything, then it becomes a problem.
So they already had a visitor visa, but it expired. I'm just thinking of
if they go and get a new one, that's where it becomes a problem. Because if there is if they find out that basically the idea was just to do that, then it's a problem. And as a lawyer, I'm not allowed to advise you to do that. So that's the thing.
How long does it take if they apply from India? Do you know? It's I know it's not a fixed time, but
8 months to 1 year. 8 months to 1 year.
Okay.
And
okay.
In your case, because they don't have a visitor visa, I highly recommend you file directly the green card from India. Okay? All right.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead. This is Shah. You're live on air.
Hello, Mr. Shah. I had one question. Our I-140 is approved, and also H1 the renewal got approved. We got the approval in December. So only one thing is, and this is after we maxed out on the 6 years of H1.
Okay.
So, and I'm on H4 right now, and I want to go to India, and I have a kid. So we will be having stamping there. So my question was, should we apply EAD before traveling, or we should apply EAD after we get stamping? I'm planning to travel in January, this January.
I would prefer you apply the EAD after you get the stamping, because right now you have such a short time. So if you apply now with the present H4, you might not get you will get it only for that little time you have. But how much time you have on your H4?
Oh yeah, so we got the H1 approved till 2019 December.
Okay. So your H4 also got approved in 2019 then, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then you can apply and then go. It's always recommended to get it approved first before you leave. But now with all the things going on, it's a good idea to file it and go. Okay, just to distinguish the two, for people to know, if you're filing a change of status, that means, for example, you're moving from H1 or F1 to H4, and then you filing leave when you do that. But in your case, since you already have the H4, you can file for the EAD and then travel, although it is not recommended. So just for people to distinguish the two kinds of EADs. So in your case, you can file and go, but I just don't recommend. I recommend getting an approval before going. but you can always travel, and by that time your EAD will come. Okay?
Okay. The main question, one more thing was, because they are rejecting the visas, so if I apply EAD and go for the stamping, is there a chance for them to reject the visa so that I cannot come back because my husband will be here. I will be traveling.
Yeah, H4 is not, it's not really, but it's rare that they reject an H4 unless you have some kind of issues or the H1 have issues. So it's not like you hear the few stories, the horror stories you hear of people who really have some major problems or got bad luck. But from my experience, 90% of H4 always get approved because they're dependent visas. The only thing that makes the H4 become not approvable is if you have some kind of criminal background or your husband or spouse have a problem with the H1. Otherwise, you always get the H4. So that part you should not be worried. As for the EAD, it's just the procedure because there will be so many changes. That's why I'm worried. I will prefer you to get an approval before you leave. But you can always file and then you leave. Okay? In your case. Okay? Okay. Good.
I was just worried that they might consider me as a workforce and because I have EAD approved and then they might reject. So that was the only concern that we had.
No, because H4 is a dual intent visa. It doesn't matter what they consider you. It's not like a B1 visa. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have one more caller. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Yeah, hello. Quick question is, can we travel during the LCA process before we file the H1 with USCIS?
I didn't get your question. I'm sorry.
So I'm saying, can we travel during the LCA process before we actually file with USCIS?
Well, LCA has nothing to really do with the H1. It's required. It's a Department of Labor requirement. Traveling now, the question is, there are other issues that can affect your travel. For example, if your H1B is not valid for more than 6 months, or you're changing job in the middle of it, and your transfer is not approved, things like that. But the LCA itself is not a problem to travel because LCA it's just a requirement first, then you move to the H1. But it's very hard to answer this question in general terms because it depends where you are with your H4, your H1. So if the H1 is not valid, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I already have a valid H1 for next 3 years, 2.5 years, and then I'm changing the job. Now the visa will start probably in third week of January or so, and so
did you already resign at your job?
No, I'll be resigning in the mid January.
Okay. Well, just be careful because if they know you are resigning and if at the airport they call your office and they say, hey, he's resigning, they won't let you in. So you got to be careful on that part. But apart from that, there's no problem. You can travel because you have not done anything really with the H1.
The way I'm resigning is basically I'm taking 2 weeks off whatever vacation I have, and then my last day would be basically once I come back from India.
Okay. Well, the best is to make sure that your company doesn't kind of, hopefully your company mention that, hey, he's not as long as they don't say you resign, you're fine. You should be able to come back. Then you do your transfer. Okay.
So at 1 week they can do the LC, and then once I come back, the labor, and once I come back, they can actually.
Yeah, they can, of course, because even you file a transfer, that doesn't confirm that you're moving. Because even a transfer is approved, you can still choose to not move or move. So you can, if they ask you question, in case they ask you question, you can explain that, hey, it's not finalized, so you're fine. Okay.
Okay, got it. So you can still travel. That's what you are saying.
Yeah, basically you can still travel. There might be other issues with the company, that's different, but the LCA itself doesn't prevent you to travel. Okay?
Got it.
Okay, good luck
Thank
to
you.
you. You're welcome. So I don't know, I have more callers, Franco. This is Shapra, you're live on air. So Just to let you know, this is Shapir Ali. We're live today, probably for the last show, and we have another show tomorrow. But for the last Thursday show of the year, and we'll be back, of course, next year, which is next week. And the number to our studio today is 408-912-5565, and the number to our office 510-742-5887, and the website to check attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. And just as a reminder, again, I'm going to repeat that anything I'm telling you today is educational in nature. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. So, since we don't have more callers at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about now the next thing I wanted to discuss today. The first one we discussed was the H4. The H1, we are going to see some really big hurdles. RFEs are becoming major. It's becoming almost like a nightmare. And you're seeing 1, 2, 3. I saw one client calling me yesterday. They gave him 3 RFEs, which is something kind of ridiculous, but that's how they're behaving now. They're pretty much kind of hammering you to the point that people are giving up. And at one point, their company just wanted to give up on it. And before I take the other call, I just wanted to mention the next I'm going to talk a little bit about is probably going to be about the green card, the waiting time, and the predictions, what we expect for next year. So let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You are live on air.
Good morning, Shah.
Good morning,
actually, I had a quick question.
Yes.
So, I have applied for extension and it got approved till 2021 March. And my wife's H4 EAD was going to expire in March 2018, and we applied for an extension of H4 EAD in last week of November. So my question is, what are the chances that it will get approved before the new law of revocation happens?
Well, what I'm expecting is that people who already file or have it pending, they will get it. They will allow those to get it approved, if it is approved, of course, approvable. So it's only the new ones, because they will have a cut-off date. Otherwise, it will create a lot of disturbance. And the cut-off date will probably be around mid next year. So if the way things are going, according to me, but I think she will get it, hopefully, because it's already filed. So just hang in there. I might be wrong, but from my gut feeling, it's going to get approved. Okay.
And once it is approved, whatever the day they issue, even if it is revoked, that issued visa would be valid, and she will be able to continue to work, right?
Well, yes, technically that's what we're expecting, unless some kind of bar they put. I don't think they will do that, because that's why they're going through the process of reversing it. So probably those who have it will be able to enjoy it, a bit like they're doing for DACA. Okay?
Sure. Thanks a lot for that.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. So now let us talk about something a lot of people are asking me also. And one of the things that a lot of people are asking me is, what do we expect for next year on the EB categories? Well, I used to do a monthly predictions, by the way, on the Visa Bulletin, but I stopped doing that because it's very hard to predict. And before I take the next caller, let me kind of start it a little bit. What we're expecting next year is, I don't expect a great movement, but what I'm expecting, probably EB2 will come to around 2010. I've been expecting that, and unfortunately it didn't happen. But this time I think it will. Around October next year, we will see a movement to 2010. That's my prediction. Now, retrogression, that's the thing that worries me. I don't see a retrogression at this point, but there might be something happening around June or April that we're thinking might happen. But based on the trend that is going, it seems that this is moving at a slow pace, but no retrogression, which is kind of a good and bad news. So for those who are around that date, hopefully they will be able to get their green card or file for it. So I've been hoping that this year it didn't happen, but next year I think it will happen, hopefully. But I might be totally wrong, so bear with me a little bit. This is just a forecast. I can't really see it in the future. All I did is basically calculate according to the trend. So let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapra. You are live on air. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning, Shah. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
So I had a question. I am currently on H1. My wife is on H4 with the EAD, the H4 EAD. which is all of it is valid till April of 2020. So my question is, if next month, if I move jobs, I understand that the H1 and the H4 have to be moved to the new company.
Yes.
But will the EAD also need to be moved, or will it stay there and I don't need to do anything for that?
The EAD attaches to the H4. So if the H4 moves, the EAD will move with it. So you don't have to refile the EAD.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, with all these news about the H4 EAD being cancelled, or we don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
hoping that at least if they allow the current holders to continue till it expires. So maybe
Well, they have not give a clear law how they're going to remove.
Correct.
But at this point, if we base it on the current situation, once you move the H4, the EAD should follow it. Okay? As long as you make sure that when you file the H1,
I don't need to
file the
refile for it, right?
No, you don't have to. The same EAD. As long as this is done, there's no broken of the chain, right? Make sure it is done through a transfer, it's approved, etc. Because if the H1 gets cut off, H4 gets cut off, then EAD gets cut off. Okay?
Correct. But will they send a new card in that case? Because the old one will have the date only till 2020, right?
No. You will still use the same card, the old card. If you want to get a new card, then you need to reapply, which I don't recommend doing. Okay?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck to you. Good luck. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah.
Hi. Hello. You're welcome. Can you speak a little bit louder? I can't hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Please,
Hi, Shah. This is Kumar.
Hi,
thanks
Kumar.
for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have a question, actually. So, my green card is filed with company in EB2. And I got a new offer with another direct employment. Currently, I'm on consulting role. And they are accepting only for EB3, actually. They are doing the green cards only in EB3. So, what is, my question is like a little bit strange. What is your call on this? Like, can I proceed to go ahead with EB3 or like...
Yeah, you can move to EB3, but you're going to wait more. Well, we never know now. It's kind of acting weird, really. But, yeah, it all depends. If it is just something temporary, you want to move there, that you go ahead. But EB3 is going to take a longer time, ultimately. So, if you're okay with that, you're fine. It doesn't matter you move from EB2 to EB3. It's not a problem. Like some people from China, at one point they were moving to EB3 because EB3 was going faster. So it's not, there's no problem in moving you from EB2 to EB3, and even back to there later on you can refile. But the only problem, you're going to end up by waiting more. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Good luck. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hello, Mr. Cha. One more time.
Yes. Hi. How are you?
I wanted to know. Hi, I am fine. I wanted to know how long does it take to get the H4 EAD approval if we apply?
It all depends. We are seeing different scenarios. I had one case where it got approved in 34 days. I got another case which we're still waiting. I have another case took 90 days. So the average time is between 30 days to 90 days.
Oh, that's a big average. Okay.
Yeah, but most of the cases recently, just for the EAD, is taking around 30 days.
Okay. Just one question. If I have to travel to India for stamping, so we were thinking we'll travel to India, get the stamping, and then my husband will apply EAD here. So is that possible? Is that something that we can do?
Until you enter, you cannot file for the EAD. EAD can be filed only if you're sitting on American soil.
Oh, okay. So this. Last time you told me about this thing that H4 EAD is different than a B1. I did not get that thing. Like how?
Okay, you were saying you were worried about the fact that you're going to come and work, and because they might deny you the H4. That rule is based on a section of law called INA 214B. But that INA 214B say if you have an immigrant intent certain visas are not issued for you. But those H4 doesn't fall into those visas. Only B1, F1, and some other visas fall into that. So that means even you have an immigrant intent or come to work here, it doesn't matter because it's not going to affect your H4. So H4 is not affected by you coming to work here with the intention to come work here. It's not affected by the intention to get a green card, etc. So they won't deny you based on that. But yeah, of course, they can find any kind of loopholes and try to deny you. That we cannot control. But ultimately, no, they don't deny just like that. Okay?
Okay. So Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. I think I have one more caller, right? This is Shapra. You're live on air. Hello. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about my forecast for next year, and that's another question that is very relevant. A lot of people are asking me, should we move to EB3, because a bunch of people got their EB3 done recently, and that's what is kind of making people not sure which way to go, stay on EB2 or EB3. It's always good to be on EB2 because from experience and history, EB2 has moved faster than EB3. So that doesn't mean if you need to take a job, they're putting you on EB3s, you won't have a problem. You won't, but the only problem, you'll have to wait longer. And many times companies will not want to put you on EB2 because they don't want to pay the salary of EB3. Let me take another caller and then we'll talk a little bit more about that. This is Shapra. You're live in here. Okay, I think I lost the caller, Franco. So I was talking, of course, about EB2 and EB3 and what are we expecting for next year. Next year will be a really rough year. That's what I've been telling people. It was already this year a little bit, you could see the waves, but next year is going to be tidal waves because now they have a better grip on the system, and more it seems like both the Attorney General and the administration are trying to crack down on everything possible when it comes to immigration, almost trying to close the entire system. But having said that, they won't be able to close the entire system, so we need to be able to fight. And the part which is going to be tricky is that everything that people will think it's easy is not going to be easy. So that's where good lawyers will really make the difference. So as much as we've been doing this for years, and we're pretty good at doing this, and even us, sometimes we're seeing challenges that I've never seen in my career, but luckily still most of our cases, especially on EB1 national interest waiver, we're doing very, very good, almost 90% of success rate, which I'm not supposed to kind of count it, but we are doing very good, and I'm very proud of that. That doesn't mean everybody qualifies for it. So if you want to try an EB1, whether it's EB1A, EB1B, or EB1C, give us a call at 510-742-5887. Those are no waiting time really for India. And you can check our website if you want to know more, piralilaw.com, and check some of our success stories. We have won a bunch of them recently, so you will feel better if you come with us, and we will assess it. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live in here. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, Shah. Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So I have a quick question about the EB1C category you just talked about. So do you see any changes in that procedure to get I-140 or 25 approval? I have the concurrent filing in January 2017, basically.
Okay. I-140 is not yet approved, right? Not still pending?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't see an immediate change because I think they're taking it stepwise. What I see next year is really battle on the L1B and L1 and also the H1B. That's where they're really going to focus their strength, because they already pretty much took down everything they could from illegal immigration to you name it. So the battle will be on H1B. But the year after that, yes, they will be starting attacking the EB1 too. And that's why people who qualify should take advantage of it. And so 2019 is going to get worse. But remember, 2018 there is a midterm election coming. If we are able to see the House changing, and there's a chance the House will turn Democrat, things might be not that easy for them. But at the end of the day, Senate's still strong for them. and that might also affect the EB categories. But ultimately, for you, I think you should be fine. You will still stay on the same standard. And you said you filed like what, 4 months ago?
No, it's in January 2017. Almost
Okay,
1 year
so
now.
you should, yeah. So you should get an answer probably for you in the next couple of weeks or a couple of months later.
Oh.
Because 1 year is the maximum. So by that time, nothing will change. So you might be lucky on this side. Okay? Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
But it's good you're asking the question because I was going to come into that. So this is a very good question. The EB1, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very good opportunity, and we are really proud to say that we are getting cases approved. Some of them within even 6 days. We got a couple of them approved within 6 days, and because not EB1C, but EB1A and EB1B, they are eligible for premium. As for EB1C, there's no premium, and it's taking around 1 year to 1.5 years to get approved. So, but what is an EB1A of people of extraordinary abilities, and people on EB1B of people of what we call of researchers and professors, etc., etc., and EB1C of for intra-transferee managers and executives. And if you need an assessment, give us a call, 510-742-5887. We'll be glad to help you. And just before I move on to the next, to Amit, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the other areas we practice in is debt settlement. You can check the website, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. This is another headache that we can help you with. We can get you out of debts within, as long as we do it within a certain time, or you have some kind of hardship. And we can do that for credit cards, sometimes for second mortgages, etc. Just check the website, the blog, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. What happens is that if you owe too much on a credit card, it comes back and bites you. So you want to make sure that you get rid of that. And ultimately, there are ways to get rid of debts without having to go into a bankruptcy or go to those fake loan consolidation or something companies. What we do here is negotiation, pure legal negotiation, and we can get you out of those debts. So feel free to call us 510-742-5887. Now, going back to immigration, I won't be able to take more callers now, so please call the office, 510-742-5887. Just to recap the show of today, H4 EAD, we're expecting some major changes coming in the next few months, and we know it will be reversed, but how will it be reversed? That's the analysis we did earlier. And H1B, we expect there will still be a lottery this year because there are not many changes that will affect the lottery, but the lottery will not be that consequential, we believe. We might be wrong, but because we're expecting less applications because many jobs will not qualify for H1B probably, and be ready for that. And number 3, as for predictions, when it comes to next year for the visa bulletin, we are expecting some movement probably on the EB2. I'm hoping it goes to 2010. As for EB3, not too much probably, but still we'll be moving along. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to wish all of you a happy new year. This year has been tough, but get ready for it to get tougher next year. But having said that, your goal is to really get this person or this lawyer who can really help you. And having said that, now experience, it becomes important, but it's not only experience that is important now. It's to think outside the box, knowing the tricks of the trade, and really kind of feel for the clients. That's what's making those cases happen. Because unfortunately, you see a lot of people going into immigration law, they have no clue what they're doing, and they complicate the case so much that we cannot even fix it sometimes. And I try sometimes, and people get upset at me. Doesn't mean we don't make mistakes. Everybody do, but there's a difference between making mistakes and really kind of pushing people into difficult situations. And that's where things are getting really worrisome for people. Make sure if you're not sure what the law is doing, get a second consultation, and we can do that. A lot of clients of ours, they just call us for a second opinion. You can call our office at 510-742-5887. You can check the website attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. And I wanted to thank you all for listening. And anything I'm telling you again is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any question. I take this opportunity to thank Franco again, thank KLOK and Gwen for this opportunity. Hopefully tomorrow we should be alive. I'll try my best to be live tomorrow and Friday from noon to 1. That will be the last show. And next week, of course, we will be back next year at the same time. So I wish all of you Happy New Year. Good luck to all of you and all the best for this coming year. And feel free to call 510-742-5887. And I think Amit is there. Amit, are you there? Hi, Amit. So I'll let you go ahead, Amit. You have 10 minutes to go. Okay? Thank you, Franco. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sharon. Mr. Carl, other members to all the listeners. Sorry, I'm actually feeling a little bit under the weather today, so my voice might be cracky. So please bear with it today. I'm going to try to do my best to provide you guys with the information. First of all, I do want to thank each and every one before this year is over for making it happen for us and supporting us in any way possible, giving us the opportunity to, help you guys out. And plus, do want to say sorry as well if, there was any mistake from our side. We are still growing, still learning, and I would like to, make ourselves better as well from our side to help you guys out in more and better way in the coming future. So moving on, definitely it's a new year. I mean, you guys have a party in your mood, but we have our job that we need to provide you with a recap of the year, let you know what's happened, and where we stand right now. And I will give you a little bit of the hint on that one, so that way if you have any questions, you can definitely give me a call. First of all, this year has been very good because I have achieved a couple of more expansions in my business line, which is I am going to be starting doing the taxes now. So if you guys do need to get the taxes done, definitely give us a